So I haven't done any videos in the office really. I did a little unboxing, but really I haven't done anything but the Skyrim unboxing and also the unboxing for the Toto head unit. But I kind of wanted to show you in the office here what I've been setting up. Basically I'm trying to get back into like DOS gaming and just retro gaming, but I want to do it on original hardware, not loading up games like DOSBox, which runs the old hardware on your new system. You know, that's great for new games and everything, but it, you know, when you try to run an old game on there, it just doesn't work out well. You got to set a bunch of stuff, change a bunch of settings. So what better thing to do than to have a retro PC to game on? So I've got three systems I'm building. One of them is a Windows 95, and I'm not building it, I'm just refreshing it and adding parts to it and making it a little bit better. So I've got a Windows 95 system from 95, original everything, and I'll show you that in a moment. I've also got another one that I'm building that's going to be Windows 98 second edition for a little bit newer games, a little bit newer graphics card. And then from there I've got a Windows XP rig just to mess around on for some other stuff. Not that the Windows 7 back here won't run all the XP stuff. I don't run Windows 10 at all. I hate Windows 10. I dislike it. To me, Windows 10 and, well, I guess it was really Windows 8 that was, in my opinion, a touchscreen Windows, but Windows 10 isn't much better. It's just silly. I like the older stuff. So anyway, I'm going to show you this PC that I picked up for $40. Okay, this stuff is getting vintage, and I've seen this same system with nothing but the actual PC online on eBay for $249 plus shipping. I think it was plus shipping for this system, and I picked it up for $40 on Craigslist. So here, I'll let you check it out now. Alright, so here it is. I don't have the monitor connected because I've got to get a different cable. The cable that came with it was missing a couple pins. The screen and everything works. It was just green instead of RGB, which is the type of monitor it is. But basically I've got it hooked up to this other monitor, and you can't really see what's going on. I'm actually reformatting it completely, and it's reinstalling everything to it. But basically I picked this up. This is an IBM Aptiva model 2144 M51, and I can find all the other models online, but I can't find this specific one with the specific processor and that kind of thing. But anyway, I'm the second owner of this. The person I bought it from was the original owner. It has everything it originally came with. So it's got the original speakers, the original microphone, original monitor, and the unit itself. And then the guy bought an extra piece back in, you know, the 90s when he purchased this. This is a surge protector, but it basically, you run main power into it. That's the main on and off. Then you can run your monitor into it, your printer, your auxiliary, and auxiliary 2, and these are all power switches to turn everything on and off. It's like a master power switch for everything. So basically I picked this up for 40 bucks, and I got everything that it came with originally. So here's one of the multimedia packs. This is full of games and software that it came with. Things like Pitfall, The Descent, Siberia, stuff like that. And here's another thick one full of more multimedia, full of all the software and a bunch of other stuff. I'll flip through in a minute and let you check it out if you're interested. And then here's all the stuff that came with it. This is just a pamphlet for, you know, plugging everything into the wall. You gotta think, somebody kept this since 1995 when they purchased it. Here's another little pamphlet for plugging things in. Here is the actual book to the monitor. Not that you really need a book, but it's got all kinds of stuff in it about that monitor. And that's a maximum view image 13-inch monitor. It's a CRT-S VGA, 16 million colors, guys, 1024 by 768 resolution on there. This is for the communication center, which refers to the fax machine purpose of it. You could actually do voice faxes with this because it comes with a microphone. You could record voice and do faxes like that with it. This is the original pamphlet slash guide to that, which didn't come with the PC. That was like an add-on. He went back to Radio Shack and bought that, and that's where this is from Radio Shack. Here is the original, not that the keys matter, anybody can get 95 keys since it's abandonware now. Certificate of authenticities, there's 2 of them in here for Windows 95, and then here is the book for Windows 95 with the certificate of authenticity. with it. And then inside here we have the warranty info for this, and I'll pull out some of the stuff in here. We'll check it out. So these are all the receipts that came with it. Basically, this first receipt is dated 12/26 of 95, December 26th of 95, which wasn't when the PC was purchased. This is when the guy went back after, and he went and bought something, consumer carry something from there, from Radio Shack. And then here's another receipt for when he went back and bought the inkjet printer, and I got the printer too. Not that I'm going to use an inkjet printer from 95 when I've got a new printer. And 8 megabyte 14-inch something P100, I don't know what everything refers to. And then here's the actual receipt for the PC from 1995, and I think it was dated December 2nd is when he bought this. So on here, see if we can focus this a little bit. Maybe if I just lay it down. Alright, so now you can see that we've got he bought a desk for 80 bucks. He bought the something kit, the computer starter kit, for $19.99. 3.5-inch disc box, which are to those style of discs. He bought the power switch unit, which is the surge protector there that I showed you. He bought that for $60. The color kit for the printer was another $60. And then he bought another, I think this is all the stuff added up in the computer, the options that he got. And for all the options that he got, with everything on here, it was a total of $3,551. Well, of course, computers were extremely expensive back in the day. Very, very expensive. And also the warranty information's in there, not that that matters anymore. And then, of course, the Windows 95 book. Then I've got the Read Me First pamphlet, as well as, now this is super cool to have with this. This is the hardware handbook, and if you like old PCs and stuff like that, and there's a lot of handwritten notes throughout here, just tons of stuff that he wrote about the computer. I actually looked this guy up, and he passed away in 2005, and he was 85 years old when he passed away. So in 92, you know, he was still up there when he got this. But anyway, what's really cool is you can look in here and see all the different components and what everything does. Like, this is for the cache memory, this is for the RAM, this is for the DRAM on the video card. You can actually add more cache to that. And then over here it tells you all the specs for what it can handle in each of those slots. So I was able to actually order some things for it. So I actually ordered some cache memory modules to max that out, which is, this stuff is so cheap nowadays. I mean, small stuff like this, some of it's expensive if somebody needs like a video card or something. Some of that can be quite expensive, or the hard drives. The hard drive that's in here, I tried to find one just to back up this one to image it, and they want 200 bucks for these AT compatible hard drives, and that's only a gig hard drive in that thing. I mean, you didn't need much back in the day, but man, apparently you just can't get stuff like that anymore. I also ordered more video memory module sockets, which you can max those out because it comes with an onboard video card of 1 megabyte, and then you can max it out at 2 megabyte there. So I've got that coming. And then the memory module sockets for the Sims, which is just the RAM in it. So it originally came with like 8 megabyte of RAM, and he upgraded it to 32 megabyte, and I've ordered another 90. It takes 128 max, and I think I'll have 96 max whenever I get the new RAM, because I couldn't find 4 32 meg modules. I can only find 2, so I'm going to end up leaving the 2 16s, and I'll put 2 more 64 or 2 more 32 meg modules in it. And then it tells you how to install everything, how to switch the jumper so it recognizes the RAM. Really interesting stuff if you're into computers. I've always been into computers and built computers, and you know, you become the tech guy for your family and all your friends, but kind of sucks because nobody wants to pay you what a tech gets paid. But I've always been into computers. My mom was a DOS programmer in the Navy, and she worked back in the day when you had to write programs on the cards, and they would be punch cards, and you would punch the cards to write a program, then insert it in the machine, and it would do its thing and output everything. And then she got into DOS and everything. But this is just super interesting stuff. I was going to try to find the notes. They might have been in the other one, but there's all them notes that the guy wrote originally, and it's really interesting to read what, you know, this guy learned. And here's some of the stuff here, so you can see he was learning about the computer here, and you know, this is all stuff from back in '95 that he wrote all this, and how to upgrade the RAM, what the RAM was called, what buttons did, and this is all stuff that he was just learning how to do. And it's really interesting to me. So we'll go ahead and flip through some of the software that this came with originally. I don't know if I have all of it, but I have most of it. So the Activa recovery CD, which is in there now, and I used that because this would still boot up to 95. It was just had a couple errors like DLLs and stuff, so I wanted to refresh it. But I was able to put the CD in and then get a blank floppy and then make a recovery program for the floppy so I could boot it up and then start the recovery program, which is what it's still doing now. So it's actually reinstalling Windows just like the day it was brand new. So it's really good to have all this media that came with this PC, and people just do not keep this stuff these days. So anyway, here's one of the games that came with it, The Adventures of Hyperman. I've never played it or heard about it, but there you go. CD-ROM for Windows. Here's a program that came with it, Life. Blockbuster movies and videos. You know, when Blockbuster was still huge. That could be worth money one day. That's funny. Probably not though. And then we got Jumpstart, Kindergarten, Magic Theater, Undersea Adventure on that disc. Compton's Interactive Encyclopedia. Then we've got Indoor Fun, Play More, Feel Better. And we've got Sports Illustrated for Kids. And Siberia. I was wanting to check this one. I don't know if it's any good, but it's made by Interplay, and that seems like it would be pretty good. Here's the driver disc for the Lexmark printer that it came with, the original printer. And here's the Windows 95 companion CD, so that's pretty cool. I think that's not the full install, but it could be. I'm not sure, but it seems like it's just like got the extra stuff for it if you want to install it. Because right now it's installing Windows fully off of the recovery disc, which was only about 200 megabyte when I checked it. So here's the other one. So this also comes with Silent Steel, which is multiple CD-ROMs. There's 2 in there and 2 in there, so 4 CD-ROMs for that game. So it's like it's got a sub on it made by Tsunami Sigma Design, so that might be pretty cool. Here's another one. I think this is like more of a well, yeah, it's a video CD. I don't know if any of you remember when video CDs got huge. I remember just burning CD after CD of movies and stuff, because I could actually burn video CDs onto a normal CD before people had DVD players, you know. And here's Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. And then we've got Windows 95 Companion again. So we've got a second one with USB support, guys. Yeah, this is when I guess it was probably USB like 1.1 or something when USB originally came out. It was very limited though. You can't just plug anything into it anymore, you know. So anyway, I had this game that I've had forever, and I don't even think I ever had a computer to install this on. I just picked it up somewhere, but this is Myst, and it's actually made for Windows 95, so I'll be installing that and playing that. And should be pretty cool, but I just can't wait to get the cable for that monitor. I've already ordered it, should be here tomorrow, and then I don't have to worry about this monitor, because this monitor actually came with this other gateway, which is a 1.7 gigahertz that I want to put 98 on, and you know, so I could run a little bit quicker games. So anyway, I'm still formatting this thing, and it's still doing its thing. I don't know how long it, you know, I've never installed 95. You know, when I was a kid, it was already on the computer, and that's what I started with, was Windows 95, and then we went to like Windows XP later in the later years. We never upgraded to 98, I don't think, but I have used 98 in school and everything, you know. But yeah, I guess we'll take a little look around the computer here. It's got the 3 1/4 floppy. You've got a quad speed CD-ROM, guys. That's pretty sweet. Quad speed 4x. You know, our max now is like 72x for CD-ROM. Then you've got this thing that just closes. I really like that, how that comes down and all this gets hidden up. And this was sold as a multimedia PC, and you can see the Windows 95 badge down there. You've got a hard drive light, a power light, and power button down there. And then even the speakers are really high end. You know, you've got treble, bass, volume on and off. And then the monitor has a panel that opens up and you can adjust the screen left, right, up and down and that kind of thing. Let me show you this though. This came with it too. This is the original ad for this computer, and it wasn't framed when I got it. I picked up a $5 frame because I thought it was so cool. The original ad, and that's a 2-page ad from Radio Shack in '95. Let me get a little bit closer and you can kind of hopefully see it. So you can see there, no interest until '97, low as $89 per month. How nice would that be? $89 per month. And then down here, the total package of it was $2,718 before your tax and everything. And of course this guy got stuff added on, so it totaled to $3,500. But you can see if you've only got the PC and the monitor, it was $23.99. If you got the inkjet printer and cable only, that was $319 for just that printer. And I've got the printer, not that it'll ever be of use to me, but then you can see there's the entire setup that I have. And it says, touch the future now, the most advanced family multimedia PC ever. And there's all the software it was bundled with, so I can kind of see some of the stuff it was with. I don't think it all came on physical discs. Some of it was on some of the other CDs, kind of bundleware type of stuff, but you know, plus 20 software programs included. Over $1,400 value, guys. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I went ahead and framed that because it's just too cool to me to that somebody kept the original ad, you know, and that's just super cool. So anyway, we can look around the back of the CD here, or computer here, and you can see all the plugs for the power supply, and then it's got phone line input and output, and then back there we've got a full sound card with a audio out, a mic in, and there was one other one, I can't remember what it was, and it's got another cable back there for plugging in your internet for phone line. And then of course it's got a game port and everything, so I can get a joystick for it and play some of the flight games. Alright, so it's telling me to eject the floppy, and then press Control Alt Delete to reboot. Now I've got this huge mess of stuff here, but we'll kick it out of the way. See if I can do this with a couple fingers here. Control Alt Delete. And use part of the tripod. This is just my office, guys, so it's kind of, you know, not the greatest looking, but while that's rebooting, we'll take a spin around. I got all my 3D printers in here, and all the PS4, Xbox stuff, all the Wii's, Switch, the regular Xbox down there, Xbox 360, all that good stuff. And then 2 more 3D printers over there. I'm huge into 3D printers. I've not made any videos on this stuff. It's just, I don't know, I just haven't done anything with that. And you know, I've got the Ninja Turtle curtains and the Mario curtains. They used to be my son's, but you know, they work well in the office, so yeah. But anyway, looks like this is ready to do something. So let's see what's going on with, oh yeah, check out the mouse. Look at that sucker. This is before scroll wheels. It's a little bit dirty. I need to get some Renew, but everything else really on it's white. It looks a little off compared to the white, but it's not as yellow as some stuff, you know, like this is more yellow than this in the screen. So I need to get some of that plastic Renew or something, whatever it's called. So yeah, let's see. I don't know if we can get this to view that screen very well. Let's see what this is going to do. I've never set up 95, so this is all new to me as well. So now it wants me to enter my name. Let's go ahead and put Keith 1212. Next. License for Windows 95. Now I don't know if it's going to want me to input a license or not. I have one. Okay, we've got that. Let's go ahead and put that in. Give me a minute. I'm going to put this in because I can't hold the camera and type. Alright, so I put in the license. Like I said, Windows 95 and 98 is abandonware, and you can find it anywhere on the internet and use all the serials you want. They're never going to come after you. All the serials are going to work, so I went ahead and put in the original one, which is really awesome to me that I've got all the original stuff and I can just install this originally like it was. Now it wants to analyze the computer and see what kind of hardware is in this computer. like I said, another reason I redid all this is because the audio isn't working, because a lot of the drivers are missing for it. I don't know what happened. I would imagine this is the original setup from '95. I don't think the guy ever reformatted anything. I don't think he was that tech savvy. He was just, you know, on it for faxing and stuff like that. I don't know what you're seeing on the screen there. I don't see it. I guess it's dust like reflecting or something. So now it's installing devices, and yeah, it's beating a drum there. Check that out. A little bit of a drum beat. Too bad we can't hear it. We might hear something eventually. I do have these speakers here plugged in. I've got to fix those. The cords are kind of janky on them. But really, that's the only thing wrong with this. So you know, the power cord from that had a couple pins missing, so it wasn't output in full color. And these two speakers need the wires repaired. And then, other than that, I think that was all. Yeah, that was all. So setup is ready to restart. Remove all the floppy disks. Click OK. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm kind of excited. This is really cool to me, setting up a computer from '95. I just can't wait to get that monitor going, because it's going to look especially good on the CRT. Because if you've ever had an old CRT, you know they kind of hum, and that's really cool. So it's getting ready. You missed it. It's getting ready Windows 95 for the first time. There we go. It's installing the M-Way DSP driver. Hopefully that works, because that is the sound card slash network. So it was part of your network card as well. And I actually want to, like I said, I've got the RAM and all the cache coming. More RAM, more cache, and more DRAM coming for it to max it out. Everything will be maxed except for the actual RAM until I see a couple more 32 megabyte chips pop up on eBay for this. And I also want to get a graphics card. And if you know anything about computers at the time, there was quite a few different ones, but the main ones were the Voodoo graphics cards. So I want to get either a 4 megabyte or an 8 megabyte Voodoo graphics card. And then they've got a 12 megabyte above that, but the 12 megabyte goes for $100+, and it's just outrageous prices for this vintage stuff. So I'm gonna have to settle for a 4 or an 8 meg, because you can't do 3D stuff like Quake and Doom. You can do it, but it renders it in like 2D, and it's not as great. And I want to get the Voodoo cards for this so I can render all that in full 3D. Oh, look at that. The IBM background. I wonder if it's going to leave that, because that was not on there before. Somebody changed it or something, or it was deleted. That's cool. I really love all the IBM stuff. You know, they were a really business up front kind of company, and actually business up front and business in the back. They were just everything business. They were just proud of being the business company. You know, they didn't really, this is really one of the things that they kind of got into gaming. Even though their other computers would play gaming, they really didn't care for that part of the market. Oh, I just think this is so amazing that everything is going on here, the drivers and everything that are for this computer. Well, this computer, but yeah, for this computer, and it's all going to work. It's going to be beautiful. And yeah, really excites me. Old computers excite me. I just wish you could see the darn screen. I wonder if I turn this light off. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's still the same, really. Alright, so I heard sound. I didn't know if you noticed. So the sound is working. Great, great. And it says registry editor information and something something has been successfully entered into the registry. Okay, so we have sound. Oh, we have sound. This is amazing. I'm so glad I did this. I was so reluctant on trying to redo this because I was scared that, you know, I wouldn't be able to get the Windows reinstalled back on that hard drive, because I really wanted to take that hard drive out and disk image it, but you know, these AT compatible hard drives of the time, you can't plug them into a new computer, because now we're all ATA hard drives and that kind of stuff. These are older hard drives, and you just oh, add printer wizard. I don't want to install the printer. I don't have the serial cable for it anyway. That's one other thing it was missing, but it really wasn't, you know, you can see all the scrap here. It was not missing anything really. Alright, set the time zone. -6 Central Time. Apply. Beautiful. Look at that color graphic, guys. Color graphics. 256 colors this thing boasted, by the way. 256 colors. Even though the monitor display is 16 million, I think this was like 256 or something. So there we go. IBM M-Wave. Now that's the sound card slash network card that it's setting up now. I really wish this would show the screen better. There we go. Now I can kind of see something. I think we'd be having an even bigger problem with the CRT over this one though. So now it's sourcing 95 disk 20, so it's like it's got all the floppy disks on there because it's showing, you know, there's, I think that's how many there were. When I looked, there was 21 floppy disks for Windows 95. Which, you know, you're popping in and out floppy disks, you're going to be there a while. Luckily, we've got the CD install going. I cannot wait to get stuff to upgrade this. It's just, I've already actually loaded. Awesome. I've already actually loaded DOS games on this and played a couple games, and it runs the games great. But now I want to upgrade it so it'll run some of the 3D ones. And at this time, during this computer area, to run 3D graphics, you know, some games would run the 3D if it had them, but in order to run the other 2D, you had to still enable your old sound card or your old video cards. You had to leave it in there, and they had like a daisy chain to connect it, so you could connect your old sound card or your old video card coming out to your new video card, and then from there it went to your monitor. That way you could run 2D graphics, and then the new card would run the 3D graphics. I think it's going to leave that awesome IBM wallpaper. Ah, Windows 95. I so remember that. And all I did back in that day was use Paint. Oh, it works so perfect. Do we want to take a tour? Let's take a tour. Loading the tour. It's got a, oh, look at the beautiful graphics. I wish I could set you up to see this better and get a better angle here. It just does not look beautiful to you. Looks beautiful to me. Alright, so starting a program, exploring your disk, finding a file, switching windows. Let's just click the first one and see what it does. Maybe it'll talk to us. Show me. Okay, to start WordPad, click WordPad now. Try again or click the show me button for help. Oh, now it wanted me to close WordPad. Okay, I think that's enough of that. We know how to do all this. Let's exit the tour. Alright, close. Oh my gosh, look at all the stuff that was originally on here. This is really, I mean, I guess it's kind of bloatware, but it's really not because it's somewhat useful stuff. And like, oh, the guide's starting up because I opened the Activa thing. This will be the Aptiva guide itself. I could run this guide before, but there was no audio. So now I'm hearing the audio for the first time.
It's the computer with advanced technology that's easy to use. It's for the fun side of life, and the serious side too. Fact is, it's for just about anything you can imagine. There's a wealth of software already installed for real productivity. There's IBM's terrific service and support for peace of mind. The Activa Menu is the perfect place to begin your journey through Activa's world of features. It's simple to use. With the left mouse button, click on one of the 4 colorful panels. Notice that each panel has a label. Think of the labels as destinations. When you click on a panel, you go to that destination. Once you get there, you'll find a list of buttons. Each button has a label too, the name of a program or a tutorial. To get information about a program or tutorial, just click on its button. After reading the information, you might want to try out the program. Click on the Start Program button to check it out. When you're ready to go back to the Activa menu, where you started, click on the Activa menu button. It's on the top left tab. If you need help at any time, just click on the question mark. If you want to change how this guide works, click on the Setup button. And if you'd like to leave this guide and go directly to Windows, click on the door icon.
How's that for nostalgia? Wow, listen to the music. Absolutely jamming. I might even get copyrighted for this. Let's click onto the software and see what kind of software it shows. Looks like we've got...
Your Aptiva comes with a wealth of wonderful software installed. You could program...
Let's go to games, see what it shows.
Take a break.
There's
It's time for a
Siberia,
little fun.
Descent,
Your
Hyperman,
Aptiva is loaded with a great
Jack
selection
Nicklaus
of games.
Signature Golf,
They're exciting, entertaining, and
Jumpstart
educational.
Kindergarten,
It's the perfect diversion for the curious kid.
Undersea Adventure. Alright, that was quite loud. Let's try Siberia and see what that brings up. Oh, I gotta put the disc in, so I guess I'll do that later. Maybe that'll be another video. I'll load up some games or something. I've got the disc for it, and I've got all these. Well, I don't have the Signature Golf. I wonder if that needs the disc. No, that one don't need the disc. That must be a quite small game. Or either that or it's on the disc already. I mean, it did install it, so maybe it's on the recovery disc that I put in. Let's see what happens. It looks like, see, it's loading back into DOS. So a lot of these games are run through DOS still in this era. Except Myst. Myst will install and actually give you a program icon. So look at this. That's so cool. Jack, oh, I guess he was a famous golfer. Jack Nicklaus, 1992 accolade. How cool. Select a game, skins game, stroke play. Oh, you can have four players? Wow. Skins game. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Don't do that. No. Okay, I guess we're having 2 players. Let's go Joe. Oh, I can select. Oh, create new club member. Let's go. Keith is in the club. Yes. I was gonna say where'd my mouse go, but you had to hit enter. So we need to go to men's. Okay, create new member. Let's verse Joe. Somebody named Joe. Oh, I need to click it again. Let's go Joe. Oh, I hit enter again. Alright, done. Keith versus Joe. Select, okay, and done. Oh, these are $1,000 holes, $2,000. Holy moly. Yep, you can, there we go. Exit to DOS. It's just crazy they could bring up graphics like this. I don't know what to do, but oh, select a course. I guess I should read, huh? Alright, and Bayou Trace Golf Club features prize-winning entries in the 1993 Accolade Design Contest. Have a great round. Alright, so what do we do now? Oh, click. Didn't say that, but I did it. Number 1, play a round. Golf, the course is in good shape. Well, that's great after this many years if the course is still in good shape. I'm glad to hear that, Jack. Press any key to continue. Short par 4, but rarely reachable. Auto caddy. What do I do? Oh, look. Oh, we're on. It drew the course. Alright, so I would set this up, but see, every time I get an angle, the camera like auto darkens or something, so I don't think it'll do nothing if I get closer. Okay. Now we'll just, what do I do? Full swing. I need to aim my shot. Oh, there's a ball up at the top moving left and right. You can't see it, but I can. Okay, the wind's moving back at us, so let's... Okay, what's my swing button? There we go. Great job. Where'd the ball land? Somewhere in the trees or something. Okay, well anyway, let's go ahead and exit. I don't think anybody wants to watch me sit here and play golf. X. Oh, is it not? It's not frozen or nothing, but how do I exit? X. Exit? Oh wait, that's exiting the options menu, not... return to Clubhouse would be Q. No, I don't want to save that horrible game. I don't play golf, especially on DOS. Last game I played that was golf was like Tiger Woods on the original Xbox. Alright, let's click here to end this program. Continue. Oh wait. Exit. Okay, now we're back. We got Microsoft Works 4.0 as well. We got Quicken and Wall Street Money. So yeah, there's the programs that I seen on the ad that we were looking at. So I was saying I didn't have Quicken and Wall Street Money and stuff like that. So there they are. They're actually like the stuff on the disc. Oh, and check that out. The Microsoft Network MSN, the original stuff. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this little tour through Windows 95, reinstalling it, and the first look at it, you know. So this computer hadn't had Windows 95 reinstalled probably since the original time the manufacturer put it on there. So yeah. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.